Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today on this webinar, Wild and Luxurious, my first-hand journey through Kenya with Atua Enkop luxury camps. My name is Ana Camerar. I work with emerging destinations, and today I will be sharing with you all my first-hand experience with Atua Enkop luxury camps on a farm trip that I led last March. But before diving deeper in Kenya and what Atua Enkop Luxury Camp has to offer, um, in case you are new to our webinars or to our company, I will take a few minutes to introduce emerging destinations. We are a boutique sales and marketing representation company in the US and Canada. The team is led by Jane Barron, who is the owner of the company, and she's based in Atlanta, in Georgia. And basically, what we do, we represent different hotels, lodges, camps, cruises, DMCs, and a few DMOs all across Asia, Africa, Europe, Central, and South America. On your screen now, you can see a list, actually the logos of the different companies that we have in the portfolio. In case you have any questions or have a booking request or want to schedule a one-on-one and dive deeper in any of these destinations or companies, please feel free to reach out to me after this webinar. You can see my contact information on the left of the screen. A few housekeeping notes before starting with the Atua Enkop session. This webinar is being recorded, so if you need to step away or answer the phone, don't worry. By the end of today, we will be sharing with you this recording, so you will be able to watch it again. Also, this recording will be included in the Africa newsletter, which is going out every 6 weeks. And we will upload the recording as well on our YouTube channel, Emerging Destinations 156. Actually, I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel as we are uploading all the different trainings and webinars that we are conducting with our clients in the portfolio. So it's a great library resource for you and your team. In case you have any questions about Atua Enkop luxury camps or Kenya, time permitting, I will be answering any questions that you may have. So please type your questions on the control panel on your right. In case we run out of time, don't worry, I will make sure to include the answer to your question on the follow-up email that I will be sending later today. So I'm really very excited about this webinar because it is my first-hand experience with Atua Enkop luxury camps. As I was mentioning before, that happened last March when I led a farm trip with some amazing travel advisors from the US and Canada. It is a 7 days, 6 nights, 3 camps experience traveling across Amboseli, Samburu, and the Mara. By the end of this, you are basically going to feel like you did the trip yourself. So next time a client asks what's Kenya really like through the eyes of Atua Enkop luxury camps, you will got the answer. A quick word on the brand before we jump in. Atua Enkop is 5 small, exclusive, intimate camps across 4 of Kenya's best game areas. It's not a big chain, very personal, very close to nature, but still properly comfortable. Today, I'm walking you through 3 of them. The other 2 that we are not presenting on this webinar, but so you know the full portfolio, are Tipilikwani Camp, also in the Masai Mara, because Atua Enkop has 2 camps in the Mara, Tipilikwani and Mara Ngenche. And then we have Gorge Camp, which is right in the heart of the Great Rift Valley, bordering Lake Nakuru National Park. And here is the road. Nairobi got together for the first night, and then we did 2 nights each at Elephant Gorge in Amboseli, Elephant Bedroom in Samburu, and Mara Ngenche in the Mara, hopping between them on small charter flights. And here is the important selling point. This exact itinerary, 2 nights, 3 camps connected by charter, is literally the 6 nights circuit package Atua Enkop already promotes. So this whole webinar is basically a walkthrough of a bookable discounted package. And if your clients have more time, there is a 9 nights circuit option too. Same 3 camps, Elephant Gorge in Amboseli, Elephant Bedroom in Samburu, and Mara Ngenche in the Mara, but just 3 nights each instead of 2. Easy upsell for anyone who doesn't want to feel rushed. So let's start where we started, Amboseli, camp number 1, Elephant Gorge Camp. Amboseli basically means one thing, Kilimanjaro. Elephants walking across the plains with that mountain behind them. That's the shot everyone wants, and Elephant Gorge sits just 10 kilometers southeast of the park in its own private conservancy. Being in a conservancy is a big deal for us commercially too. It is what unlocks night game drives and walking safaris, things you just can't do inside the park itself. So the camp sits inside the Aloca Conservancy. Quiet, private, feels like you got the whole landscape to yourself. It is famous elephant country here, big tuskers especially, and honestly, look at that photo. That's the camp's own pool deck with Kilimanjaro right there. That view alone sells the place. Rooms-wise, we have 5 deluxe rooms with bathtub and shower, 5 deluxe suites like this one with their own plunge pool and outdoor shower, and 1 2-bedroom villa with a plunge pool too. Great for families or 2 couples traveling together. Then there is the infinity pool overlooking a waterhole, spa services, and of course free Wi-Fi. For your clients, the villa is your multi-gen or friend group cell, while the suites are your honeymoon cell. Inside, it is more contemporary than classic canvas tent safari. Stone, good, clean lines. A bit of a different look for clients who don't want the traditional tented feel. Freestanding tub, open air outdoor shower with a view, double vanity, small details, but they matter after a full day out on rides. Okay, this is one of my favorite moments of the whole trip. That's me on the restaurant deck, and those are white elephants right below, just drinking at the waterhole in broad daylight. The camp sets up breakfast and lunch right on these decks, overlooking the same waterhole. So you are eating while elephants, giraffe, oryx all wander through. Not a stage, just a normal day at Elephant Gorge. So when a client asks, will we actually see animals from camp? This is your answer. Day-to-day, game drives in open-sided vehicles, guided bushwalks, birding, cultural visits to a nearby Masai village, sundowners, bush breakfasts and dinners, plus night drives and nature walks since we are in a private conservancy. And that photo of us at breakfast pretty much said it all. Relaxed, social, totally immersed. And this elephant family with Kilimanjaro behind them is honestly one of my best shots from the whole trip. Pure Amboseli. But it's not just elephants. The birding is great too. Superb starling, that gorgeous iridescent blue, and gray herons by the water. If you got birder clients, Amboseli belongs on their list. A baboon with her baby, a zebra that came right up to the car, and our whole group at a proper bush breakfast, coffee, pastries, a view for miles. This is what makes farm trips so worth it. It's not just ticking of animals, it is the pace of the whole morning. Before Samburu, a huge asante sana to this elephant gorge team. Guide, chef, housekeeping, everyone in this photo made a stay genuinely special. And that's the thing I always tell agents. The views sell the trip, but it is teams like this one that get you the 5-star review and the repeat client. Now, let's head north. Samburu, camp number 2, elephant bedroom. Totally different landscape from Amboseli. Drier, rockier, and it all revolves around the Ewaso Nyiro River, the lifeline of the whole ecosystem. Elephant Bedroom sits right on that riverbank, inside the reserve, so the wildlife access is immediate. Set right on the Ewaso Nyiro, surrounded by these dome palms that give a shaded oasis feel, very different from the open plains we just left. Regular visitors around the camp are big elephant herds, prides of lion, even a solitary leopard that passes through. The wildlife comes to you here. And this is your classic canvas tent safari look, and it is gorgeous. 14 luxury en-suite tents, each with its own private plunge pool right on the deck, perfect after a hot game drive. Plus spa services, Wi-Fi, gift shop, and if guests wanted, private meals right on their own veranda. Lovely little touch for honeymooners. That first photo up on the left is literally the view from your tent deck. Elephant right there. And the last one on the bottom right, that elephant is right next to the tent, not zoom in from far away. Tents themselves are warm and spacious. Reds, creams, natural good, each with that private plunge pool. Beautiful dining and lounge spaces in the evening light. And yes, that's an elephant strolling right past the dining tables. Camp and bush basically blend into one here. There is a real spa tent too, so this is a great camp for clients who want some downtime mix into the safari, not just drive after drive. Day game drives, guided bushwalks, bush breakfast and dinners, picnic lunches, sundowners, and special to this region, cultural visits to a local Samburu village. That cultural visit is a real point of difference here. The Samburu are close relatives of the Masai with their own traditions and beadwork, and it is a beautiful way for clients to connect with the community. And here is the thing about Samburu. It's not about the big 5, it is about the special 5. Species you basically only find in this northern region. Reticulated giraffe, that one with the crisp geometric patchwork coat, totally different from what you see further south. Oryx with those long straight horns, plus greedy zebras, gerenuk, and the Somali ostrich round out the list. And on top of the special 5, you still got elephant, cheetah, lion. This place genuinely delivers on every level. This slide sums up a Samburu game drive. Cheetah fresh off a kill, a lion just casually walking beside our vehicle, and a pack of African wild dogs, which is generally rare to see anywhere. Then, sundowners, the ritual everyone waits for, drinks in hand, watching the sun drop over the hills. Another big thank you here to the elephant bedroom family. Some of these are Samburu warriors who work at camp in their traditional dress. This team's warmth was one of the best parts of the stay. And now the grand final, the Mara, camp number 3, Mara Ngenche. The Mara barely needs an intro. Africa's most famous reserve, home of the Great Migration, some of the highest predator density anywhere. Mara Ngenche sits right at the confluence of the Talek and Mara rivers, deep in the reserve, about as prime a spot as you can find. It is tucked into dense forest, so every tent gets shade and real privacy. You feel tucked away even though you are right in one of the richest parts of the whole Mara ecosystem. And that confluence location means it is prime for the migration when it comes through, plus resident big cats the rest of the year. 12 en-suite tents total, 6 on the Talek River, 6 on the Mara River, so every tent has a river view. Every tent also has a large bathtub, outdoor shower, and its own private plunge pool. Exactly what you see in this dusk photo, plus a full spa, Wi-Fi, and gift shop. Bathtub, outdoor shower, and plunge pool all in one tent. That's a strong sell for anyone who wants the classic tented romance without giving up comfort. Classic safari styling, 4-poster beds, mosquito nets, warm rugs, leather campaign furniture, plus that ensuite bathtub and plunge pool again. Very photogenic room product, which matters a lot for clients posting their trip as they go. Lots of personality in the public areas. That zebra print in the bar and lounge in the middle give it a bolder, more playful safari chic feel than the other two camps. And that fire pit deck over the river on the right is where everyone gathers at night. Simple, but it ends up in half of everyone's favorite photos. Kept simple here on purpose. Morning and afternoon game drives in open-sided vehicles, picnic lunches in the bush, and sundowners, like this one, our whole group, hosted by Mr. Naguib Popat, the owner of Atua Enkop, toasting the end of a perfect Mara day. The Mara itself is the main event. So this camp is really about maximizing time in the vehicle chasing sightseeing rather than a packed activity list. And this is a single game drive at Mara Ngenche. Topi on a termite mound, hippo surfacing right near camp, hyena on the move, and a lion so relaxed he has fallen asleep in the grass. And of course, this is Big Five country. Lion, leopard, elephant, buffalo, rhino, all here. That giraffe you see in the middle is a Masai giraffe, but you will also spot Rothschild giraffe in this region, with its cleaner white legs and no markings below the knee. A nice one to point out for clients who love their wildlife details. I wanted to close the wildlife story with this pairing because it's really the guides that make these drives unforgettable, not just the animals. Our guides tracking is what got us this close to a pride of lionesses resting right beside our vehicles. That's what you are really selling with Atua Enkop. Access, knowledge, and safety all together. And that's the trip. Asante sana to the whole Mara Ngenche family for such a warm send-off. Looking back at all three camps, Elephant Gorge, Elephant Bedroom, Mara Ngenche, each one felt completely different, but every single team made us feel like family. That's the real strength of Atua Enkop luxury camps. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy to take questions, and I'm glad to share more on rates, ideal clients, and booking windows for any of these three.